Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm asking the question, should you be using a long iron or a hybrid? I've got two clubs which are very similar here. I've got a hybrid, a Maverick 3 hybrid with 20 degrees of loft, and I've got a 3 iron with 20 degrees of loft. And what I want to do is show you kind of the differences that you're actually going to get out. Now obviously immediately you can see the difference between the club heads. You've got like a small wood form on the hybrid, and you've got obviously your classical iron form, and I've got a pro blade here, so the difference is even greater. Now obviously the idea of the hybrid is to basically give you a more forgiving golf club. It allows the manufacturer to move the weight away from the club face, making the club head more stable. It allows them to move the weight down, helping the weight to get under the ball, get the ball up in the air a little bit quicker. Now this will obviously have advantages if you have a lot of off-center hits or if you're playing the ball out of higher grass. The extra advantage, obviously, especially with high grass, is that the grass will tend to find the hosel of the golf club on the iron, won't be able to do that as much on the hybrid. So you've got an extra advantage if you're playing out of that. But for fairway length grass, that shouldn't really be a problem. On the contrary, one of the main reasons that you won't find hybrids in every professional's bag is the sole. Because of this wider sole, if you're playing from tight lies, there's a very good chance of having a feeling of impact with ball and turf at the same time. Whereas if you're playing with a longer iron, you can basically nip the ball off the surface. But it's when we actually start hitting golf balls that we see the big differences. The club head speed will usually be a little bit more with the hybrid, simply because the club is longer. And that's not because of the weight or anything, it's simply the length and therefore the leverage that you can gain through the length. Hitting a golf ball with a 3 iron, I'm looking at around about 90 miles an hour of club head speed. Whereas if I take the hybrid out, I'm going to go up to maybe 91, 92 miles an hour, simply because the golf club is longer, not doing anything else, same swing. But what's really different is the ball flight. The iron has a far more penetrating ball flight, therefore is probably a lot better in windy kind of conditions. But the high flight of the hybrid is going to give me more carry and more total distance. And this is a combination of the launch angle, maybe a little bit more ball speed, but primarily the spin. I'm going to have twice as much spin on the hybrid as I have on the iron. For me, generally with a 3 iron, I've got around about 2,500 revs per minute, and that's going up to 5,500 with the hybrid. And as you know, spin creates lift, which actually helps the golf ball to get up into the air. Not great on a windy day, but if you're looking for more carry distance, if you're looking more total difference, it's going to help you. Now that doesn't mean that the ball is going to run as far with the hybrid as it does with the iron. The iron's coming down at a flatter angle, so it will run out, it has less spin. The hybrid will come down a little bit softer. So if you're using the hybrid to play into a green, you're probably going to get the golf ball to stop a little bit quicker with the hybrid than you would do with the irons or with the irons. But that's something really you want to be trying out. I believe that in truth, the hobby golfer is probably better off playing the hybrid than the iron. The iron is always going to be more difficult to hit, and unless you're hitting it out of the center of the club face, then you're probably going to be losing proportionately more ball speed than you would do with the hybrid. But if you can hit the ball out of the center of the club every time, then the benefit of the iron is maybe a little bit more consistency of flight and distance than you get with the hybrid. You will find now and again that you'll actually get a little bit greater dispersion in length with a hybrid than you do with an iron club. I think that's basically everything that I've got to say about the two clubs. As ever, the best thing is really to go out and try it. Don't say you're never going to be able to hit a long iron, because long irons, if you can hit them well, are really a great option. But you're generally going to find a hybrid more forgiving, and if you haven't tried one yet, then get out and do that. As ever, I hope you've enjoyed the video today, just a short one. If it helps you, please hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, then please do so. The little bell will give you notifications the next time that I post a video. Until then, we'll see you. Bye now.